Greetings, dear viewers. It's currently Saturday at 6:55 p.m. and I have family on the way to come visit. So, they're on the way to come visit over here, and I have enough time for one raid exactly. So what we're gonna do is we are going to do a Kiba speedrun. I love doing Kiba speedruns. They're basically how I play this game. And it's all I'm really interested in doing in the game at this particular point until 0.12 comes out. So we're just gonna load up a pretty basic loadout here, something that lets me move pretty fast. You want some pretty fast moving armor and gear. Actually, if you want fast moving stuff, then you don't want a scav backpack, because a scav backpack, if we'll inspect one of them, shows that we have a speed penalty of -8. So we're actually going to pick up a Berkut backpack, which I believe I could just straight up buy from Ragman here. Can we get a Berkut? Yes, we can. 21,000? My goodness, those things are so cheap. Maybe I'll get a tri-zip instead. A tri-zip, does that have a speed penalty? Yes, it does. Okay. Berkut it is. We find that that's the best option for a Kiba speedrun because it lets you run super fast, and that's nice. And we're just gonna put on whatever headgear that I can here. And what weapon wise? Weapon. What do we want weapon wise? I've got to be quick before my company gets here. I don't know. SKS? No. AK-74. Let's see. Do we have a suppressed weapon anywhere? Oh, I think I do have a suppressed weapon here. Okay, PP-19 it is. Suppressed. Okay, and also that's a very quick weapon. You can move around very fast with that. Got my Salewa, got my painkillers, got my grenades. We've got everything all set up. We are ready to actually do this run after I get some spare ammo. There we go. That's more like it right there. All right, let's get going to interchange. Let's see what my scav has. Nice. Okay, gonna go to interchange, 2 a.m. because that's when you're least likely to run into players during the night raids. However, you kind of do run into a double-edged sword when doing night raids. You're either not going to run into many players, or you're going to run into that full-geared night squad. Those people that play at night in full night vision and like Spec Ops type gear kind of thing. So it's kind of a double-edged sword when you run at night. Sometimes you'll run into almost nobody. Sometimes it'll be just like a completely normal raid where you run into the average number of players. And other times you're going to run into that fully geared squad. But I find it, even with all those factors in play, running at night, you do run into fewer PMCs. So that's what we're going for. We're trying to get into Kiba, loot it, and get out in 7 minutes or around there. You know, honestly, between 6 minutes and 50 seconds and like 8 minutes and 30 seconds. You know, somewhere between there. So between 7 and 9 minutes. But you want to stick closer to 7 than anything else. Anyway, let's go ahead and apply some editing magic here and get right into the raid. Okay, we're in the raid about 30 seconds late. And that really does affect Kiba speedruns because it means other PMCs have had 30 seconds to already get approaching the mall. So there's a much higher likelihood this raid than in raids we get in at the start that we're gonna run into other PMCs. All right, we already hear some Mosin fire. We hear 2 Mosins right now, and it's out in the front of the mall, out in this general area. I'm kind of hoping those are just Mosinlings and not players with night vision. See, because we heard 2 Mosin shots just now. So that could be 2 solo players that just happened to spot each other. One fired, the other returned fire. Or it could be a duo running night vision and Mosins looking to pick off whoever they can. We didn't hear anything but those 2 Mosin shots. So if it is a duo, both wielding Mosins, then there was no return fire from their target/targets. But if it's just 2 solo players, you would think if it was 2 solo players that ran into each other and fought with their Mosins, that there would be more shots than just the 2, right? Unless the second shot scored a takedown. A lot of potential scenarios here. Got to be careful. I've got to be swift. This is a speed run. Like you got to look out for scavs in front of Oli because they do spawn here. But you can't stop. Now I could take the safer route and run up that escalator to Tech Light and then go scout out everything from above to make sure it's safe to approach Kiba. But like I said, we're trying to get in and out in 7 minutes or less. We're trying to beat all other PMCs to Kiba. Most players are going to be taking all those extra precautions, going upstairs, scouting the area, you know, checking angles. I can hear suppressed gunfire off to my left right now. You see, most players are going to be engaging each other or scavs or, you know, taking all the necessary precautions to make sure they're safe when approaching Kibba. I tend to throw caution to the wind and just get straight here because that lets you beat all of the players who are taking those precautions. And if you can do this quick enough, then it's super fast, super effective. There's no armor on the mannequins, but we do see guns here. We'll grab the bigger one first because that gets equipped. This goes in the bag. Let's check. Let's check for other weapons over here. There is a gun here. This should fit nice in my Berkut. Yes, okay, we got room for a few other little things here. Let's check the smalls. Let's check the smalls. That's what I call these little... all this little loot just kind of hanging around. Yeah, I'll put that in there. Checking for more smalls. Is this a suppressor? Oh, it's the advanced tube. That's also worth a lot, actually. And yes, I do hear those footsteps in the right. That's usually just a scab that hangs out in there, honestly. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Alright, so we're actually out of room here to loot stuff. We can go like... actually, I can't move this anymore. Alright, so we're full up on loot. We're gonna have to hope not to need to reload. Okay, we checked that. Let's get going. That's another suppressor, but I have no room for it. So, can I actually put this on anything? No, I can't. I don't have any room for anything else. I think there might be a laser or something I could grab. Either way, we've gotten our loot. Oh, there's some grenades. I'd love to take these F1s. They're worth a decent bit of money. So we're actually going to toss a couple... we don't have to toss those, actually. We can keep these because there's room in my rig. There we go. These are worth a decent little sell, or I could just use them in labs or something. And there's another F1. The F1 is worth more money than the Zarya, so we're gonna toss the Zarya and do that. All right, now let's see what our extraction is. Again, this is a Kibba speedrun. We're not looking for combat. We'll kill any scabs or anything that's in our way, like that guy. He doesn't notice us yet, so I'm not gonna engage him yet. But I will engage him up here. It's one scab down. There's more, left and right. Make sure I'm not being tailed. Okay, I am being tailed. Okay, I'm bleeding. But we're going to reload. We're going to stop the bleeding with my Salewa. My gun is reloaded. I'm no longer bleeding. Let's keep moving. Southeast is my extraction. My bags are full, so I'm not looting those scavs. Heard somebody running. It could be a PMC. Could also be a scav. Difficult to tell at this point, so we're gonna walk out this direction. Again, we're not looking for combat. We're in this for time. We're in this for the faster speed. We'll keep running. He spotted us. We'll check for the fuel conditioner, which can spawn right there, but it's not there right now. And off we go. I can hear Scav running. He wants to come for me. Okay, it's Scav down right there. I'm gonna go and reload again. Oh, did I drop my... No, I didn't drop my magazine previously. Yes, I did. I dropped one of my magazines previously. That's okay. There is a magazine laying on the floor somewhere. I forgot that I had that scope in the empty slot of my rig. That's okay. The magazine should come back in insurance. We're still in this for the speed. I could probably loot some grenades here, since I do have those 2 empty slots. If we get 2 grenades, that'd be great. Perfect. Okay. So we should get that magazine back, and we're actually scoring a little bit of extra profit by losing that magazine right now. Which, again, we won't lose, because we'll get it back tomorrow in insurance. And the Zarya and the F1 will sell for more than it costs to insure that magazine again. So, a little bit of, unexpected profit there, right at the tail end of this raid. And we're gonna see if we manage to get out in 7 minutes. Let's see what we did. Just gotta get over here. Letting my stamina regenerate. This is actually probably enough stamina to get to extraction, so we're gonna do this. But I'm staying on the low ground in the lowest point possible, so that it's hard to spot me from a distance. You can come around this bush, use it for visual cover. I like to get on this side of the truck. Okay. Okay, here we go. Raid ended. It says early termination, but it wasn't early termination. We survived. We got out. We got enough experience for it to be a survival. 7 minutes and 9 seconds. That's about exactly where we want to be. Got 3 scav kills for experience. And let's see how much money we ended up with after we sell all this stuff. Okay, we are not going to be using these guns. I'm going to piece them apart. And I like to piece apart the guns while they're still in my backpack. Because when you do that, all the stuff goes right into your stash. Piece those apart, sell this. We're actually going to go ahead and sell the grenades just to see what they come out for money-wise. Not the Zarya's, I use those. Okay, and the RSAS, we can't really fit that in our backpack, so we're going to piece it apart here. Like so. There we go, and then these two. All right, let's go ahead and sell what we can. Now, I've heard this advanced tube goes for a decent amount on the flea market, so let's see. Oh, wow, that's 150,000. Are they actually selling for that much? I don't think so, because this has been up for 10 hours, or this has 10 hours to go. I don't think they're actually selling for that much. I'm not going to sell it on the flea market just because I'm lazy. That's it. That's the only reason. But let's see what we came out with. I mean, if you wanted to get the max out of it, you could check what each of these items sells for on the flea market and try that out. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in that right now. Money's not too big of a thing. Therapist won't take anything here. But I do want to see how much I came out with in 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, we'll go to prop ore, and we'll do this. And again, if you wanted to, you could keep any of those weapons and do whatever you want with them. That is 309,217 rubles in 7 minutes. I love Kiba speedruns. They are so good. They are so much fun, and I love how much money you can make off them really quickly. All right, oh, we got this to sell too. So it's actually more than what I had anticipated before, because I forgot to sell one of these magazines. It's actually a slight bit more than that. But yeah, you can do the math. Anybody who wants to do the math and put it in the comments, please do. I have to get going for now. That's going to do it for this particular video. Hope you folks enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.